What's going on, YouTube? All right, I'm recording this before my locals later, so it's a little early in the morning for me. Um, but this is our new version or take on Wano Law. If you guys have been checking out my other videos, I have a bunch of Law deck lists. I've been playing this deck for forever. On Sims, on tap, everything. Law has been my guy. He's probably my favorite deck. A lot of people like to say that the highest ceiling of decks is blue, and that's categorically incorrect. I think Law has the hardest decision making and most rewarding play when you do it correctly. Um, and it just so happens that he is in the best two colors of the format, so that's just a nice mixture of for greatness. As we saw last week, top 4 of PPG's case tournament online was 3 Law. So let that be a lesson to you guys. I've said it plenty of times on the channel before, but if you're new, Law is a natural predator for Kid. Kid is, again, on paper, one of the most consistent best decks in the format. You want to beat Kid, you play Law. He's not that soft to Kaido when you know how to play the matchup correctly. I've showcased that on the channel before. In my opinion, a harder matchup is Zoro. Zoro can be very tough with how they put pressure on you. It makes it very hard to set up early, and they have access to things like Robin that makes your life really difficult. They jet pistol your Law. Attacking into them is hard sometimes because then they just jet pistol your Law off the life. So it can be a little nerve-wracking. Definitely the sweatiest match. I have to think the hardest, weigh my options out the most. Against Kaido, it's literally just doing math. I'm keeping track of Verdon, but against Zoro, it's literally I have to hope they don't draw a medium hand. Even a medium hand is a fucking pain in the ass for this deck. Um, so why am I playing Wano Law as opposed to our patent tried and true Kid Law? Because more people are finally waking up and learning how to play the game and seeing that Law is a really powerful fucking deck. I think one of the PPG commentators was like, well, if you asked anybody what's a tier 1 deck, I don't think many people would have said Law. If you live under a rock, yeah, you might have said that. But the truth is, Law's always been a tier 1 deck. But like I was saying, why are we playing it like this? Now that people are waking up, realizing, wow, Law's a really good fucking deck. Well, we have to adjust to a little more board control, which is why I like this version. One of the guys in my store actually played, I think he plays something pretty similar. I'm not quite sure on his numbers. He was using the You Can Be My Samurai card. I think in one of the tournaments he ran no jet pistol, and I was like, you're a fucking madman. I don't recommend doing that. The You Can Be My Samurai is a nice fun tech because it lets you tap your otherwise useless cards to draw to, and then you can bounce them out. So like you can do a lot of really cool stuff with the card. I think it's a little win more, and its obvious use is later in the game. So if you didn't establish a board or you're having a hard time doing it, it's a dead card. So that's my gripe with the card. That's why I'm not running it. I am running 2 Momo. Some people would opt to run 3 to 4. I just don't like the inconsistency of the card. You have very little targets in the deck. I believe we're at 12 in this one. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. So we have only 12 targets, so I'm not trying to overload on Momo and then cut cards that are good in other matches. So it ups our 1-drop count to 22, which is a 4% increase over running just the 20. So you have a slightly higher chance of drawing him in the opener, or drawing a 1-drop in general in the opener. So I do like it. It helps you fetch Otama later in the game. Can find Okiku early if you really want it. Can find our one of Izo. I opted to run this 9th 2K canner just for Momo consistency and just, you know, Extra shields against Zoro, it helps. Since we're not running Radical Beam or 8 Cost Kid, I still think that matchup could be hard. We're only doing a 1-1 split of X-Drake and Killer. I don't know if I want it this way. He could easily just be a second Killer. I'm just trying it out. What really helps is this card. If you've played Law and green resolves a Basil Hawkins on you and you don't have that pistol, you know how hard it can be to proceed from the game after. Um, yes, Law can play out of those situations, don't get me wrong, but it is a lot harder. So we want to be able to put that pressure on to other opposing Law decks, have extra access to these cards here. So we have our one of Luffy. Some people in our original Wano Law list, I think I made that change as well, but some people would run a fourth Hawkins and no Luffy. I think that's kind of bad. I do want to have access to more Rush, which is why I opted to put 2 Zoro, 1 Luffy. You're still able to find Zoro and Luffy off Nami and Bonnie respectively, so they're pretty good as like ways to either pressure early or have Luffy as your silver bullet to clean up a game. So that's how we're running it. Another card I would like, just because in OPO2 Law deck that won the Japan preliminary, I believe I showcased that on the channel too, was he was running multiple copies of the Restand Law. Restand Law is pretty good, just because it lets you stand up your blocker, so you can swing 7k, restand your blocker Law, and still get pretty aggressive. But I'm doing it this way, just because our numbers for green to red are a little skewed in green's favor, obviously, right now. So that's why I'm running an extra copy of Robin instead of like 2 and 1. And this Luffy, a full set of Brook in this list. Just we have to remember that we are bouncing red into green a lot, and you can't do that with just 10, 12 cards. So I had to balance that out a little bit. So that's my thoughts on this. I've been testing it off screen for a while now, and it's been pretty good. I've lost no, 2 games into Kaido, and I won 1, but I literally I threw 1 game. I I had no reason to do what I did. I went for a game with double blocker Law, Luffy, and I had a chopper held back. All I had to do was play the 3rd Law in my hand and just hold the shield. He had no life left. He can't 10 drop me. It wouldn't matter. And he can't swing because he didn't have enough bodies on board. So that was just me being stupid. So like I said, this isn't bad into Kaido. Hopefully I can get some games to show you guys. All right, first game is into Zoro. Hopefully I can swing this one in my favor. We're going second. This Cat Viper or Otama thing will let us kill Robin if he has it turn 1, so we'll try it. And thankfully he is playing very slow. So he has the Robin, like I said. That's presumably what he's going to be setting up. So we'll just play Bonnie and pass. So I'm assuming he's tapping out for Robin. That's fine. No problems here. So we'll tap her down, we'll Otama her, and we'll attach a Dawn to our leader for good measure. So he has to discard 3 to save her, which I highly doubt. That is one way to play this matchup. The other way is to mulligan into just like 4-1 drops and just muscle your way through and force the 5 cards. That works sometimes. Resolve. Another Robin. I'm actually going to be able to do... Huh. I can go 2-2... Shambles, Neko, and do it again. Or I can just straight up pistol her. And I think I'll do that. I'm just going to straight up pistol her. Um, let's attack for 5. He'll probably take it. He needs to see more cards. He gets a search. What's whatever. If it's another Robin, I'll be mad. So we'll develop a blocker now, and Nami, I will take a chopper. In this matchup, we're not able to race them that way, so I'm not picking up Zoro. I'm assuming he's going to switch gears now and just try and get aggressive on me. Yeah. Now we'll counter. Oh, like, that's going to cost me 2 cards. Ah, man. I don't think there's a way around it. I can't go to 1. He has 6 cards. I still have to fight through 4 life here. So we'll do it, unfortunately. There's a law that helps. All I can take is pistol. We'll go. I want to have more 2Ks on my hand. So what I can do is Chopa, bounce Nami, play Law, bounce Otama, play Tama here. I think I have to make sure he's like extra dead. Unfortunately. This would be worth saving, so if he has the 3 counters, he doesn't. There's a better way I could have did that. I was just trying to play quickly there. Has Law. Playing a very mid-range Zoro list here. I don't know if it's just because he wants to like reduce my ability to block with this Law. If he has Zoro, I'll 2K out. Like I said, I am gonna go pretty low on resources, but I have to stay ahead of that life. Let's see if I can find another Law. I do. We've kind of hit the point where multiple Robins don't do anything. Or where Robin's very low impact, so it's not like I want to see her, so we bottomed up. What can I do? I could technically pistol this. Swing 6. Let's try it. Hopefully I don't get punished. Okay. So I can pistol, kill that. Play a Bonnie. Leave her standing. Bounce Tama, play Law. Bounce here, play Okiku. And pass. I would like to see more blockers. and just hope that he doesn't have rush. I'm assuming because he's playing so mid-range, he's going up to Shanks. Uh, he could play Luffy and then hit me for unblockable, and then take my last life, because that Luffy will be swinging a 9 at me. I will actually block like that, Tama, and throw away Bonnie, just because I need a red card to search off of Bonnie. So like if I go into another law, I'm gonna need something, obviously. I can't go to 0, guys. If I go to 0, that makes a lot of cards in his deck live. I've seen even really strong players do this. I think Cross AI did that in one of his games that he put on his channel, and he lost the game that way. You really can't. Even if you have A-Cost Kid, that shit is still scary, guys. So that's huge for me. I'll take that every day of the week. Chopper, chopper. Alright, that's perfect. So we're gonna attack here, tap chopper. This card has to be a 2K or bust. I mean, could be a 2K, but it doesn't matter. That's what I meant to say. So now he's thinking if he throws away his blocker. Okay, let's activate this Bonnie now. I will take Beige. Our hand is kind of dog. Let's just put Dawn there. Attack for 7. You got to put pressure on Zoro at some point.
I really needed a new roof for my home. New York Roofing got me that roof. And the best thing is, I didn't have to pay anything.
So now that his hand's super low, he's going to probably take the damage, let himself go lower. We'll play Beige and bounce Bonnie out for Chopper. So we're very solid right now. Fucking YouTube ads, man. Oh, man. Guys, if this deck continues to perform well, it might be this or Luffy for me, for what I decide to take to Treasure Cup. It's looking real solid. Unless he has multiple rush in hand, I'm not that worried. I will chuck all my other blockers. If he's only attacking for 5, though, I think he's signaling to me that he has Shanks. So again, I can't fall for that, so we're going to block. Our opponent playing a little weird here. I don't know why he's so reluctant to use Dawn to attack with, or what he has in here besides Luffy, like I said. Like, unless it's another Luffy and he's just trying to put me down to 0. I will let myself go to 1, but not 0. At this point in the game, just because I do have him on the ropes. Like I said, the Luffy. Guys, it's a good idea to like play other decks. Yeah, that's a good play. Know what how they play them enough so that you know what you would want to see. because that is how I've been playing around the red deck because I've played red so much myself. Even though I don't consider myself the best Zoro or Luffy player, I do play them quite a bit enough to know like what the plays are, and that's why I was able to understand what he was going for there. If I let him put me to 0, I'd be dead to a top deck Luffy, a Luffy off life, a Diablo Jambe if he runs it. I don't really know what this list is. So now I have to think a little bit. Do I take other blocker, or do I try and put pressure on? Because he's got the pressure on me right now. um, I'll take Hawkins. Could be a mistake. This is where things start to get a little fuzzy. And then I still have 2 to play Brook and bounce Brook. So let's attach 4. We'll attack here. I think he's thinking if he lets the Zoro go, that's fine. That way he can use Chopper to block here. Um, Either way, I have to get through this fucking Chopper. Yeah. Now I'm clear to possibly win the game. Next turn. I could have possibly attacked him there, but I don't think it was worth giving him the extra card on his turn. He has to win the game with 3 cards in hand and Luffy. That is what he has to do right now. Any attack with leader Zoro, that's fine. It's a good play. It's a good way to bait out bad players into like blocking or wasting a counter to protect their search. I have to win the game with my board as is. If he has a pistol though, in these 3 cards, that makes my life significantly harder. Because then he clears Neko, clears a 6k being Hawkins most likely, and then my life sucks. So I just have to hope one of these 3 cards is not a pistol. And then I'm in there. But as you can see, this matchup is the sweatiest. You have to think the hardest. With purple, it's like I already know what it is. I'm counting their cards, their Dawn and shit. But into red, you really have to know like what red likes to do. Any attack with leader, I will block. I will have to obviously take an unblockable attack here. If he has another unblockable in hand, I take it. A lot. I've seen a lot of players watching my friend play the game. He's one of the best red players that I know. Unfortunately, he doesn't make it out to locals and shit, but he is going to Treasure Cup with me. He does the shimmy, is what I call it, of attack with leader first, and people will have 2 to 3 blockers on board and go straight into counter step, and then waste the counter out of hand, and then they get destroyed by unblockable Luffy when they have no life or something like that. So the shimmy really fucks people up. Like this awkward attack that he's doing, I think is because he's trying to get me to block with like, I don't know. Or to get me to take a life, but we will just use what we have on board. I only need these 2 and my leader to potentially go for game here. So I will take. If he plays another Luffy or Zoro, or if he goes Zoro off of this, it's not a big deal. Because like I said, I don't have another turn after this. I'm going for game. I'm just going to take this damage. That's not a big deal. All right. So we're going to go 1 into here. I will do this attack just because any counters he wastes is a bait. This is also another test to see how good a player is. Like, you don't counter there. um, 3 9K swing should be it. Alright, so we'll attack 9. He did waste the brook that we saw him got off a search earlier in the game. I have to go for it, guys. There's no pussyfooting this play. He has too much value on board to like try and like bait out a trade. And we got there. And that's the best way I could play into Zoro. We got our other bad matchup into Kaido. So let's see how this goes. We are going second, which I like. All right, so let me explain this one. I like going second against Kaido because they will go turn 1 nothing, turn 2 rock, turn 3 king, right? So it's either 6 or 7. What is more detrimental to a board when you're trying to build yourself up? The 7. So I'd rather go second, see the extra card because it's more important for me in this matchup because I'm losing cards, and move on from there. These brooks go so hard in this match. These brooks are almost as important, or if not possibly even more important than the Zoros. I will take the card. He plays the rock. If he doesn't play the rock, oof. If he goes like Sasaki, I mean, you gotta remember this deck lives and dies by their cards. So he doesn't have it. Huh. I'm gonna play the Brook, but do I want to clear the Jack or go to face? I do want to develop 2 bodies here. This is a toughie. I don't really want to give him extra turns by trading into the board. We'll do it though, just so I don't have to counter out of stupid things. Of like Jack attacks every turn on top of the fact that he's going to develop a big body next turn. So he's going to swing 5, play 6. This could either be queen or king. It might be just queen though. He's digging harder, possibly. He did discard a blast breath, which was nice. I'll know by what he does here. So it's definitely a 6-drop still. We'll discard X-Drake, he does nothing. So is it queen or king, buddy? King would just kill my search next turn, which is what I want to do. So we're going to have to switch gears a little bit. We're going to go here. Not having a blocker is a pain in my ass right now. Maybe I take the extra card there. I don't know. Next is 7. So he could just drop 7 on us. So let's just drop the Robin. So he can't just hide behind Higurashi blocker. I will counter out of that one and take a 7. You do want to stay around a healthy life total. That was a nice pickup. There's the rock. Next turn is now 10 cost Kaido turn. So I'm going to do some funny things next turn. Tom is cute. That would cost me 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 to Robin, and then bounce. So let's go 5 here. Hopefully don't hit into a random Husu. Babanuki's out. So we'll go there. We'll put 5 here. Well, before that, let's just bounce Nami. This is what we're going to do anyway, and cancel. In the event that there's a board clear, unless he slams 9 cost, we do it this way to stay ahead of the 10 cost. That way I can build board after. Like I said, guys, all this is just paying attention to what his big plays are. He's going to tap out. That's what the deck does. They play a lot of Don, they tap out. There's unless they don't have the cards, then they have to start playing awkward and they slam things like Queen and a bunch of Higurashi, or they play the Jack like he did on turn 2, and then this ulti, which was a waste of a 2k counter in my opinion. Like they have to do really, really awkward things. So 100% of the time they're tapping out. So I'm expecting either 10 or 9. I mean, he could clear here, so he doesn't have to play the 10. Depends on where he swings. He swings into Robin. I don't think that's worth wasting a counter. Especially when I can put 7 on my leader and attack. So next turn I can go 2, attack for 7, attack for 5, play Nami, and then bounce my Zoro to play Law. That's the plan there. We'll take that. I've also seen really bad Kaido players just chuck 7 on my last life. That's bad. Granted, if he gives it to me, I will 100% take it. So is he playing 10, or is he playing around not 10ing me? I don't know what he wants to do here. But I am gonna put a lot of heat on him next turn. If he attacks life here, obviously I take it. It's a dead life anyway. And he decides to clear Neko, which was a smart play. Okay. So I can still do my play. So we'll get aggressive first. Ideally, I would have liked to pick up a blocker. Hopefully I can pick a blocker off of Nami. I'm running 8 of them, my little cheat blockers. It would be real nice if I saw you guys. uh, so hold on. Let's just do math here. 3, 4, 5. That leaves me 3 Don left. 2 to Shambles. 1 to play around with. So let's Nami first. You're shitting me, guy. Don't draw any. I might lose just because my pickups were doo-doo. We'll attack 5. Oh, there you guys were. Right on time. We're going to Shambles, bounce Tama, play Law, use Law, bounce Zoro, play Zoro, attack. I took the 2k back to hand just because I have to defend right now. And pass. Opponent has 8 Don to work with? Yeah. 8 Don. Technically 9. Let's see how he plays his turn. Queen's a good one. Pretty annoying. I don't think I saw any pistols. And a perfect drop. Depending on how this turn goes, if he doesn't pop life or if he goes for my face, I 100,000% take it. Another tip as we're playing through, since we're waiting for opponent to think and decides to chuck all his offense away. That wouldn't have mattered. I don't need this card. Okay. So I have enough to block here and 1k out. So we'll show him what we used to make him confident in his play. He doesn't know I have Robin in hand. I have a 1 unknown. I discarded the 2 cards he saw, which is a nice little tip. Let your opponent have to think about it. It was good that he did this attack first, because now he can just switch gears if he wants and attacks my Zoro. But we will 1k out of there. You attack me to get the blocker off the board. Yeah. Opponent has the 1 Don to potentially save himself. Now, my question to myself now is, do I play the Neko, Shambles my Nami, play nothing, play Nami again? That's 5,000 attack that I won't have to use to swing with. I'm dead anyway. And then I would have to play 4 to... Nah, it's not worth it. To try and Shambles, looking for pistol here. I think we just swing 5. If he blocks with queen, I think I win. If he has more counter, then I think I lose. It's 2 cards and 1 life, so we'll see what happens. He has used 4 2K counters this game and thrown away a Blast Breath. So him throwing away the Blast Breath kind of tells me he has 1 more in hand. So I think I'm dead. It's still a close game. Takes the damage. Like I said, I need the queen to block. But I'm pretty sure he has Blast Breath. I think that's the game. I mean, he could still have Blast Breath and a counter in hand. So you gotta make him have it. Blast Breath, 2K out. Oh, thank God. GG. Guys, we literally got the matchup that I'm expecting all all my rounds to go in Treasure Cup. So against Kid, I am still a big proponent of this go second strategy, just because they will go and see more cards. We're literally playing for board in this match. That's all you want to do. You kind of play it like you're a green deck, but we have extra cards that they don't, which helps us a lot. Yeah, 1-drops galore. In case he plays like Cat Viper here and then kills my Bonnie for free. You kind of play Bonnie and your searchers last. You throw your blockers out first in this match. I mean, it sucks to lose any of your cards for free, but at the same time, do you want it to be a blocker or do you want it to be the card that's digging you to find Law and Hawkins? We take 100,000%. So does he play Bonnie? Or, I mean, use Bonnie, or does he develop Okiku? If it's Okiku, I might have to pistol right away. It wouldn't be ideal, but I can't let that card stick. Okay, so no Okiku means I don't have to think. So I'm expecting beige here. We'll attack into Bonnie, see what he does. Do I want him to get more search? No. And we'll play 2 more blockers. I would like to develop Robin there, but like I said, I don't want him to go too deep. That's fine. Slam Hawkins on me. Yep. That's easy, 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 easy. Never, never will I let that card stick. Let's just attack for 5. Do I choose to develop Bonnie? I don't think I do. That's fine. There's our Law. 7 cost. That's fine. We'll find more Law. We'll Nami into Robin, I guess. We'll attack for 7 here. Remember guys, my life doesn't matter. That's fine. He still blew a 2K. So play Law, play Robin, and we'll pass. So I will take. Also, the reason why I switched our pistol count to 3 in this is because against green, because we don't have the ACOS kid to lean on, because we can get far ahead of them. As you see, like our board is stacked. Imagine if I had dropped an ACOS kid, right? Um, so that's the reason why we did what we did. Ooh, Ezo into killer? Oh, okay. Are you just gonna attack? Block? Okay, we have half of the puzzle here. Problem is, I have to get rid of a blocker. Well, I don't really have to get rid of a blocker. Um, we'll bounce Beiji minus here. Fuck your couch, bitch. Okay. Could go 9, right? We'll attack 9 here. 4 smart cards or block with his law. I could have technically gone 10. Um, and we'll just replace Robin with Robin. So he has Viper, Straw Sword, Ezo. Shee! If you go anywhere that's not my face, I will let that go. I think this is just an attempt to clean up my hand a little bit. I will bite. Clear Chopper. Alright, so this is either going to be a beige or he's going to play a, whatchamacallit. Doesn't kill any of my blockers, which is funny. What's that card called? Paradise Waterfall. That's what he's holding right now. Or that's what he's trying to signal that he's holding. So we'll attack. We'll kill her so that he doesn't have access to 2k counter off a law bounce. If I were him, I'd just take the damage. You're at 2 cards. Just take the damage. Alright. So, with that being said, now I go 1, 2, 5. Paradise Waterfall and 2k does nothing now. That was stupid. Opponent threw the game right here. Now he's lost the game. There's no way back now. I don't know why he did it the way he just did it. So now we'll bounce Otama. We'll play Law. We'll bounce a Law so I have more Law to use. Play Zoro. So yeah, don't do what opponent did there. You just take the damage. You don't. Why would you waste a block? That's annoying, but not the end of the world. I have plenty of gas in hand. I could technically go dig for pistols if I want to. Plays Law, bounces Viper, plays Viper, taps. Honestly, because I do want to search, I'm gonna block. No matter which way he attaches Dawn or what he attacks, I'm gonna block. That's fine. I mean, opponent has been playing very awkwardly, so let's see what he decides to do here. See, that's what he should have did the first time. We'll search. That is huge. Now I'm gonna put you on the clock. Okay. Then we'll go like this. I'm still gonna have 3 blockers up, so that's why I don't really care. And I can still swing 8. And now he's dead to Luffy in my hand if he doesn't block. Or have exactly 2 2K counters. Yeah. So when I say that Law is a predator of Kid, I'm not lying to you guys. Despite my opponent's huge misplay there, this is how these matches play out. You have to know how to play around their cards, which is pretty easy. They're not quite the Kaido deck that is just, I'm going to tap out every turn. They do have other options available to them. But when they're doing that, it's usually just good for us. I'll bite. If you attach 2 to Neko, I just block. And then attach the rest to leader attack. I still have blocker. And a lot of counter in hand. So opponent's just dead. Doesn't matter how he decides to do it. Swings 8. Outlaw. That's with just 5 available, unless he blocker spammed me, which doesn't matter. I just block. Let him throw away another card, then I'll block with Chopper. Yeah, that's the game, guys. You don't win this from that position. He should still have a 7 cost kid, but at the same time, like I have a lot. So yeah, guys, this is our list. This is what I'm also debating now whether I want to take the Treasure Cup. It's just so good. I don't know if the matchup into Zoro is any better with this kind of build, but I am having a blast with it right now. I have won quite a few offline games with this build. I'm going to be testing it in my locals later on today, so we'll see how that goes. Guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to leave links in the description for a couple of the other Law videos if you guys are interested in how to play Law, matchup guides, etc. So go check those out. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.